So originally this video was supposed to be titled this, but I thought that that is a really negative word to be used as a title in a video, so I just went with this instead. You wanna talk about Need for Speed Heat? Well, let's talk about Need for Speed Heat, because I'm concerned, but at the same time I'm not, and here's why. So the first thing that comes to my mind when I talk about Need for Speed is a dead game. Like seriously, Need for Speed at this point, I don't know if anyone is even playing, because it's 4th of June, which means March, April, May, June, over 3 months at this point, and we haven't received a single update in the game for 3 months straight. Like imagine being a company that makes video games and not adding to the product. Isn't it kind of freaked up? But at the same time, we have to think about what this is. You know what I'm talking about. EA. So in my opinion, EA does not have the best track records when it comes to video games, and not just even video games, anything that they put their hands in. That happened to the Sim, that happened to the Sims, that happened to the FIFA, and the list goes on and on and on. Talking about EA, I don't really want to go into that EA sort of thing. You know, that is completely another universe. Back to Need for Speed. So talking about this game has gotten 6 updates. And wait a minute, if you are playing on Xboxes or PS4s, you are not included. I don't know, I do have an Xbox, but I barely play anything on that because PC is so much better. So 6 updates for me. Out of 6 updates, only 3 updates were massive, and out of which only 1 update was huge. And let me break it down for you. 6 updates, 3 of them were like 6 megabytes, 3 megabytes update just to patch stuff here and there, and 1 was the January 23rd update, in which we got the support for steering wheel and all that kind of nonsense. And yeah, some new chat wheel features, if you want to play with friends and stuff. But if you're gonna play with friends, you might as well have Discord, right? And then there's the black market update, and then there is the new cars, McLaren F1. So at this point they have added only 2 brand new cars. The first one is the Aston Martin, which was free, and the second one was the McLaren F1, which is $4.99. Even though I love this game, I couldn't buy it because Need for Speed does not accept PayPal in my country. Let that sink in for a second. They haven't updated the game in a while, like 3 months, and to be honest, they don't need to. Believe it or not, they don't need to. Let me explain you why. First off, you gotta understand what Need for Speed franchise is trying to do. It is really simple at this point, because every 2 years a new Need for Speed game comes up, right? In 2015 we had the Need for Speed, in 2017 we had the Payback, in 2019 we had the Heat. If the history is anything to go by, I think the next Need for Speed will be in like 2021. Even though new generation consoles are coming up, they don't have any plan to launch a new Need for Speed game anytime soon. All they have to do is to work on the new upcoming product, and to me that is fine, I guess, because let's be honest, what is Need for Speed all about? Just driving cars. Like, it never had a decent multiplayer, gameplay and stuff. No, you can't do none of that. Like, compare that to Forza. Forza has a lot of multiplayer events. Like, in Forza you can do a lot of stuff. You have online adventure and stuff, you have spring games, holiday games, whatever. These games come every single week, right? So as a part of online multiplayer platform, Forza is more of a complete package, you know what I'm saying? And meanwhile, Need for Speed is always going to be the game where I remember playing this game back in the day. This was so much fun. You played for like an hour or 2 and you're like, okay, and you wouldn't even touch that game for like 6 months. Correct me if I'm wrong. that happens all the time. Like we have Need for Speed, the original Most Wanted, we have Carbon, we have Underground, we have Underground 2, we have Most Wanted 2. In summary, Need for Speed is all about new graphics, essentially new map, maybe a little bit more cars, better graphics, and the same stuff over and over again until they try not to do something about it, until they want to improve stuff, until they want to introduce new things into the game. Because this game has been exactly the same thing from like 15 years ago, and every iteration of Need for Speed does absolutely the same thing that the previous one did, just a little bit different. Like at this point I don't even care. But to Need for Speed's credit, here's something that I have to say. I haven't even tried unlocking, buying, or driving all of the cars in the game. Like there is so many cars that before I did all of that, I got totally bored. I don't want to do that anymore. Like the game is fun, but at the same time it's not, because essentially it's the same thing. So what did we learn today? Don't have high expectations for this game, because this franchise is going to be the same until they're trying to do something new. Alright, enough said. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys in the next one. And with that said, peace out everybody.